Thank you for tuning in to the Wendy Inspire channel and for joining our Happy BME Village where everyone belongs. So no matter who you are, how you are, or what you are, you're safe here with us, here in our Happy BME Village. All right, happy special Thursday. On our special Thursday, we celebrate our friends and our family. We celebrate our subscribers, our viewers, our villagers, and all that we have to be thankful for. We take a moment and we pause and we focus on the bright side. During special Thursdays, we offer best practices, we offer techniques, remedies, ideas, and we all learn and grow together. So today I want to talk about how to save money when you are on a budget. Now before I start, I want to let you know that I am not endorsing any specific product or service, nor am I endorsing any specific financial institution. So this is just something that I do, something that I've done for a while, and I want to share it with you. Because again, the Happy BME Village is all about us learning and growing together. So I want to offer just a few things that I did to help me save when I barely had anything to save. So one thing I would say is a change jar. These change jars are amazing. There's probably about, just looking at it, at least $50 or more in this jar so far. And it just sits on my shelf. It just sits there. I don't ever borrow from it. I don't ever even think about it. But from time to time, I actually clear out the bottom of my purse. I have a lot of purses, and when I clean them out or change them, I just take a handful of the change that's in the change jar. The change that's in my purse, and I just throw it in this jar. So anytime I change my purse, I just throw whatever's in the bottom of my purse in this jar. And then there's times when I'm driving and I just have change everywhere. So I have pennies and nickels and dimes and quarters and everything in my little cup holder. You know, you go in a drive-through, you give them $1 or whatever you give them, they give you a handful of change, you just throw it somewhere. And it adds up. So one easy way to start to save is by making sure you take advantage of having a change jar. It could be any jar. It can be a jar, it can be a cup, it can be a mug, it can be a sock, it can be anything. But a designated place where you actually put your extra change that you're not thinking about. That's one way to save when you might not have a lot of money to actually set aside. So the change jar, the change cup, the change mug, the change bag, whatever you want to call it, that is a good way to start to save. Another way that I think is awesome to save is if your company offers a 401k. I am a big believer on 401ks, and a 401k is a way that you set aside money for retirement, for your future. Most companies will offer you some sort of match. So some companies might offer you up to 6%, some companies might even go higher. So that means if you give them $1 towards your savings account, they might give you $1 towards your savings account. They might give you 50 cents towards your savings account. But a lot of companies, they do offer some sort of match. So let's say your company matches half of what you're putting in. So you give them $1, they give you 50 cents. That's $1.50 right there that you made, for free. So I strongly encourage everyone to take advantage of a 401k plan and see if your employer offers one, because most companies do offer them. Not all companies will tell you or explain the process. So I definitely encourage you to have a conversation with your employer and ask them if they offer a 401k. And if they do, try to pinch a little bit away, whether it's 1% or 5% or whatever you can afford, but see if you can pinch a little bit away. And then also, if you get promoted or you get a pay increase, you can take that increase and you can kind of set that aside for your future. So that's another way to start to save. And the third one that I want to discuss today is a budget. I think back when I bought my first house, I was a bank teller at Commerce Bank. And I was making $8.50 an hour. I know the tellers make so much more nowadays, but when I was a bank teller at Commerce Bank, I was making $8.50 an hour, and I had a mortgage. And all of my money went towards home ownership, and it was a great investment, and I'm glad I did it. And after I paid all my bills, all my expenses, groceries, and everything that I needed, I had $25 left. That was it. Every paycheck, I had $25 left. That was it. And what I did is I seen something in the store that I really, really wanted. And it was $25 a month. So let me be clear about that. So it was $25 a month. After everything was taken care of, I was able to walk away with $25 a month. And I've seen something in the store that I really, really, really wanted. And I had that thought like, okay, well, what I can do is I can buy it, and then when I get paid again, I could just put it back. I am not a fan of putting anything back, because before you know it, you play the put it back game, and then before you know it, you're minus. So I personally don't believe in a put it back game. If you don't have the money and you don't absolutely need it, it can sit on a shelf. So I seen something in the store that I really, really wanted, and I believe it was like $100 or a little bit more than $100. And again, I only get $25 a month. And the thing about it is, I wanted it so bad, is I took that $25 a month and I started to set it aside for that special thing that I seen in the store. And I never compromised my budget. That's all I had. There was some extra that I could have pulled from, but that little bit of extra was for emergencies. So if I would have pulled from the emergency fund, an emergency happened, I wouldn't have the funds. So to make a long story short, I saved and I saved and I saved. It took about 4 months before I was able to get what I wanted. But I felt like this great sense of accomplishment. I was so proud of myself that A, I stuck to my budget, and B, I worked hard to get something that I really wanted. So don't be afraid to stick to a budget. A budget is not just for people who may be tight with their money or who may be living paycheck to paycheck. A budget should be used for anybody, no matter what your salary is. But again, if you are having a tough time setting aside money or trying to save for your future, don't forget about that change jar. Take advantage of the 401k if your company offers it, and stick to a budget. Those are 3 things that I personally believe in, I personally do, and that's going to help me to save for my future. So if you found value in this video, or if you have a special way to budget or a special way to save, please leave it below. Please leave a comment, because again, the Wendy Inspired channel is all about us learning and growing together, and I would love to hear your strategy. I would love to hear your plan, whatever it is that you do. Another thing that I do want to close out with is, I ask myself if I really need it. The majority of things that I used to buy, I didn't need. I could be having a stressful day at work, so let me buy a new pair of shoes. Or, you know what, I seen this outfit, oh, it's on sale, let me buy it. And then before I knew it, I had all these clothes with all these tags, and I never even got to wear them. Or all these shoes that I wore only once because I just went through that need or that desire or whatever that fix was that I was trying to fix. So, you know, I would just ask myself, do I really need it? So again, thank you again for tuning in to the Wendy Inspired channel and for joining our happy BME village where everyone belongs. So no matter who you are, how you are, or what you are in fact safe here with us here in our happy BME village. Hope you enjoyed our special Thursday segment. I'll see you next time this weekend on the Wendy Inspired channel. Make it a great day. Bye.